Now joining us is Texas women's basketball assistant coach George Washington. George, by the way, I want to get this out of the way. I love the quote you had about your name saying, if you have that name, you're carrying that around in public, you either have to be embarrassed or have a lot of pride, and you choose to have a lot of pride in the name George Washington.
Yes, a lot of pride. Yeah, I'm junior, so it's kind of a family thing, and my dad named me that on purpose, and he has a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence.
You have to have a lot of confidence in this year's team. You put together a special run. This is your 4th year with the team. 4 games to go in the season. How are you feeling about the squad right now?
Well, there's a lot of energy. You know, we're down that final stretch of conference, and we were just talking about it today in the coaching staff meeting, and like it's exciting. You know, the girls, they can see the end of it, and it's just keeping them focused and keeping them moving forward.
You have a chance to become the first Texas women's basketball team in nearly 30 years to end the regular season with 2 losses or fewer. What is the team's mindset right now heading down the home stretch compared to earlier in the year?
Well, it's a lot of focus. Like I said, I told you earlier, we had a great practice today because we came in very, very focused, and you know, we have West Virginia coming up, and just the energy there and the focus is really high.
You're also the recruiting coordinator for the Longhorns. 3 straight years with 2 McDonald's All-Americans. What are the most important characteristics you look for in a player when you're out scouting and recruiting?
Well, Karen has this one quality that she looks for, and she calls it motor. You have to play at a very high level with a lot of energy. That's probably the first thing we look for. Second thing is just this willingness to compete and just be a great teammate and come from a winning tradition. Like those 2 qualities, you can't pass on those type of kids.
When you compare that, the intangibles to the physical skills, how does that balance out?
Ooh.
I would imagine that's the most difficult part of it.
Well, it is the most difficult part of it because the intangibles are extremely important to winning a championship and building a championship culture. But those physical gifts and the style that we play are also very important. And I think in this group that we have coming in, we found the perfect combination of both.
And speaking of talented players, you were the position coach for Nneka Enemkpali when she was on the 40 Acres. She was eventually drafted by Seattle 26th overall, and after overcoming an injury, she's finally signed with them. What made her such a special player for Texas?
Like I said earlier, motor. She's a kid. She was the heart, soul, and toughness of our team, and she played the game at such a high level. Her motor never stopped. She rebounded, defended, and when teams came in to play us, they knew that they had to go through Nneka first to get to our team, and just those qualities in themselves made her a special player.
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope you have a special run. You're looking great so far this season. As we mentioned, just 2 losses on the year, 4 games to go in the season, and then the real season, the second season begins. Thanks so much again, George Washington, assistant basketball coach for Texas Women's Hoops.